Okay, I'm telling you guys right now, this movie better be a freaking masterpiece because I have my choice of either going to see this or a re-release of American Psycho at the Ragtag Cinema, that little independent theater I've mentioned a couple times here and there. So, I'm telling you, this movie better be goddamn freaking amazing. Oh, hey! Looks like I made the right choice.
Fujimoto. 藤野先生は漫画の天才です。まあ話できたら見せてもいいよ。見たい見たい見たい見たい。
Look Back is a new anime film released by GKIDS and is based off the manga by Chainsaw Man creator Tatsuki Fujimoto. And in this movie, popular outgoing Fujino is celebrated by her classmates for her funny comics in the school newspaper. One day, her teacher asks her to share the space with Kiyomoto, a true recluse whose beautiful artwork sparks a competitive fever in Fujino. And what starts as jealousy transforms when Fujino realizes their shared passion for drawing. So, truth be told, I had no interest in seeing this movie. Hell, I didn't even plan on going to see it until like a week ago. I completely forgot it was even coming out. It wasn't until I was talking to a friend of mine last week and she mentioned that she was gonna go see this movie that I was like, oh yeah, that's coming out. Look, I had not a damn thing against this movie. I didn't even know what it was. I never once saw a trailer for it, never heard anyone talk about it, not even in the anime community. I wasn't even aware that it was based on a manga by the same guy who did Chainsaw Man. Which, yeah, kinda weird that the same guy who made this crazy shit made this simple shit. But as you all know, I love animation, and because of that, I love to check out smaller animated movies at points, especially anime, and it's also from GKIDS, and they rarely ever release a movie that I don't like. So I went to go see the movie Monday night in a pretty packed auditorium, and boy, was that an awkward theater experience because it was assigned seating, and I had to sit myself right in the middle between these two couples, just like cramming myself in there, like it was really uncomfortable. And I looked like the most out of place motherfucker in the theater, wearing a camouflage hoodie and having my collectible Terrifier 3 cup. I'm guessing half the audience thought I was supposed to be a Joker. Don't you dare send me back to that shit. But as I mentioned before, I basically went to this movie blind without having any idea of what it was about or what I was even in for, and I just got lost in it. I absolutely love this sweet little movie? Question mark? Like, people, this thing's not even an hour long. But who cares? It was so freaking wonderful. First off, the movie is absolutely beautiful. If we were to just look at animation alone, this would hands down be my favorite animated movie of the year automatically. There were so many scenes where I was of course paying attention to the movie, but I just got so lost in the artistry that at one point I had to remind myself to pay attention. I especially got lost in some of the backgrounds and the aerial shots, which were just amazing, and that makes a lot of sense seeing how one of our leads is really into drawing backgrounds. You know the animation is 11 out of 10, when one of the best scenes in the movie is just one of our characters aggressively skipping in the rain. There was even an interview with the cast and director after the movie was over, and that had a lot of insightful things about the animation and how it came to be. If you're a fan of animation and really get caught up in the artistry like me, then this is an automatic must-watch for that alone. But the movie is actually just one big love letter to art and the creativity that goes into it. Our two leads are very much into drawing manga, and before they meet each other, they constantly try to one-up one another. The movie can be very inspirational for people who are inspiring to be an artist or just anyone that's had a passion for making something. The movie actually spoke to me in a few areas, especially when one of the girls says that she loves drawing manga, but it is such a freaking hassle. I kind of apply that to me making my movie reviews and stuff. Yeah, you guys might be watching like a 5-minute video, but that doesn't mean that didn't take me a few days to edit. I mean, a great example comparison is my review of Joker 2 and my watching and talking on Baby Shark's Big Movie. Both have the exact same runtime, it's just one took a few more days to edit than the other. So basically, if you have a passion that you want to go somewhere with, you have to fully commit a lot of time, money, and energy into doing it, and I think this movie shows a great example of that. And since this is a movie about making manga, they of course give some love to some of the big names, like One Piece, Chainsaw Man, even Spy X Family makes a little small blink and you miss it appearance. The movie also has an amazing score that very much works to the film's advantage, and when you have those quieter and even emotional moments throughout the film, it's phenomenal. I did like the relationship between the two girls, and they really were the emotional core of the movie. Actually, I don't know what other emotional core the movie would have. They're the only two characters in the movie. But you do really like watching them grow as friends. It's really sweet when the one tries to help the other out of their comfort zone, and it can be very relatable when they have to go their separate ways so they can do their own thing. And the movie isn't just an appreciation of art, but also life itself and what it's like to go through some of the hard challenges that life throws at you. Oh, and when we're on the topic of the two girls, since I went in blind, I thought the main one, just from looking at the poster, was a boy. I mean, didn't you think that too? Hey, you think that's funny? You should check out the other GKIDS movie, Pompo the Cinephile, where it looks like children are running Hollywood. Good movie though. But you know what isn't funny? The ending to this freaking movie. I'm not gonna say what happens, but if you've read the manga, you already freaking know, and it is so goddamn soul-crushing. Basically, the movie ends with telling you life sucks and things can be just ripped away from you just like that. Okay, that's not entirely true. It's more telling you to cherish the things and the people in your life, and the ending for this movie comes right out of left field and will devastate you. Seriously, my whole auditorium started bawling their eyes out, especially the woman that was sitting right next to me. It was heartbreaking. Now, did I tear up? I will say that I almost did, but then I was all like, I probably shouldn't, just because I'm sitting right in between these two couples that I don't know, and I would have been just so awkward if I was just that guy in the middle who just started bawling his eyes out, like them fucking man tears. You know how hard it was to not tear up at this? Whew, I would have made a name for myself there, and they would have let everybody know what happened that today. Now as for issues, I don't have a single one, and that's mostly because there isn't much to hate on with this movie. It's so quick, simple, to the point, and so heartwarming that I find it nearly impossible to hate on. And again, it's stupid short, only having a 58-minute runtime. I'm honestly surprised it's even got any kind of theatrical release. So to my surprise, Look Back was just wonderful, and is easily one of the best films of the year. This is a movie that I highly recommend to anyone. Anime fans, animation fans, anyone who's ever had a passion to make something, anyone who just wants a sweet, enjoyable movie, this is a must watch. I would say go watch it in theaters like I did, but it was only showing for 2 nights most everywhere. Yeah, it was weird. It wasn't like a Fathom event or anything, but I still had to pay Fathom event price? What the hell? But once it's Blu-ray, VOD, or even streaming, definitely give it a watch. It's a quick little film that I think anyone could get into. I just loved it, and I'll be watching it again once I get the chance. And I'm gonna give Look Back an A+. Seriously, how is this the third A+ I've given to an animated movie in the span of a month? And I'll say it again, between this, Transformers 1, Wild Robot, Inside Out 2, and hopefully that upcoming Lord of the Rings movie, animation is kicking ass right now. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, turn on the notification bell, and while you're at it, go follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Trev's Movies, and seriously do subscribe because I know like half of you watching have not subscribed. And I'll be back later with more reviews. See you then.